Hello, and welcome to this video lesson. In this video, we will talk about relationships between polygons with no angles in solving DS questions. A square is a subset of a rectangle, and rhombus, which are subsets of a parallelogram, which is subset of quadrilateral. Let's take a look at the core of geometry theory, that is, the relationships among polygons. The largest oval contains the set of all quadrilaterals, which includes all four-sided polygons. Therefore, all squares, rhombuses, rectangles, trapezoids, and parallelograms are quadrilaterals. The next largest oval contains the set of all parallelograms, which include rectangles, rhombuses, and squares. Rectangles have all four angles of equal measure, while rhombuses have all four sides of equal length. Squares are in the combined region between rectangles and rhombuses, which means that squares share the characteristics of both rectangles and rhombuses. That is, all four angles of equal measure and all four sides of equal length. This part is why we are the best in the world. We are the only people in the world who solve geometry DS questions by using the variable approach. We developed this ourselves, and we are very proud of it. Let's look at the number of variables involved with each quadrilateral. 5 variables, A, B, C, D, E, gives us E is likely the answer. Let's take a look at the quadrilateral shown above. C represents the length of a diagonal of the quadrilateral. The other diagonal need not be variable. The quadrilateral has 5 variables, A, B, C, D, and E, which stand for the lengths of each side and the diagonal. This means that E is most likely to be the answer to DS questions involving quadrilaterals. Parallelogram. 3 variables, A, B, C, which means E is likely the answer. Let's take a look at the parallelogram shown above. C represents the length of a diagonal of the quadrilateral. The other diagonal need not be variable. The parallelogram has 3 variables, A, B, and C, which stand for the lengths of 2 adjacent sides, and the diagonal, since a parallelogram has 2 sets of 2 equal length sides. This means that E is most likely to be the answer to DS questions involving parallelograms. Rectangle. 2 variables, A and B, which means C is likely the answer. A rectangle has 4 right angles, that is, 4 90-degree angles. Square root of whole of A squared plus B squared represents the diagonal of the rectangle. The rectangle has 2 variables, A and B, which stand for lengths of 2 sides because the length of the diagonal can be determined from the lengths of the sides. This means that C is most likely to be the answer to DS questions involving rectangles. Rhombus. 2 variables, A and B, which means C is likely the answer. A rhombus looks like a diamond with 4 equal sides, but its angles do not have to be 90-degree angles. In other words, a rectangle has 4 equal right angles, and a rhombus has 4 sides of equal length. This is how we differentiate a rectangle from a rhombus. Because the rhombus has 4 sides of equal length, the rhombus has 2 variables, A and B, which stand for equal length of 4 sides and the diagonal. This means that C is most likely to be the answer to DS questions involving rhombus. Square. 1 variable, A, which means D is likely the answer. A square has only 1 variable which stands for length of all sides because all 4 sides have equal length, and we can determine the length of the diagonal from the side length. This means that D is most likely to be the answer to DS questions involving squares. This is possible because all types of figures are composed of triangles. We are proud that we can solve all DS questions on the recent GMAT by using the variable approach. Remember these facts. They are the core for solving geometry questions. Wow, this is awesome. I couldn't sleep when I first discovered how to solve geometry DS questioning by using the variable approach. My heart was pounding, and I was out of my mind. Of course, I had a big smile on my face. You'll have just as big a smile on your face when you realize how easily you can do DS questions by using this approach.